Good morning, it's Matt and welcome back. Time now is 10:08 AM and it's now the 6th of the 4th, 2017. And again, we're going to look over the different webcams around the world with the CCT high definition security cams. You can pick up a lot of things. So have a great week and I hope everybody's safe and okay. And thank you again for your kind respective messages that's been sent in to me. And we just carry on, don't we? With that video last night of the affected sun with them coronal mass injections that we're getting towards our Earth every day now. The sun is far too bright and everything up there has been affected by it. Our natural clouds are burning away now and they're just using them fake misty hazy chemtrails to try and stop a huge effect and a huge event with this situation where we're very close for our power grids to go down. All the power will go down if one of those cuts through the keyhole of our atmosphere. So anyway, I'm going to come back to you in a second. This is a Santa Cruz cam in Spain, and normally this cam is pointing upwards because it's a skyline cam. So we're not seeing this red object up in the sky here on this cam. They've taken it down slightly, pointing it down. You can see on the horizon there that red reflection, and on the sea as well, as we've got those heavenly bodies that are working with our sun right now, the binary twin. Now, as I said before, these coronal injections, mass injections, are heading towards our Earth, these huge solar flares. The sun is falling apart right now. And we're getting these flashes from the sun as well, because they are getting so much bigger, these solar events now. So here on this cam, I'm going to keep an eye on it because you can see that red haze from another body. This is a Barcelona cam. Now, you might not see much, but what I'm saying is you can see this huge dark patch on the left-hand side of the sky, can't you, on this cam? Here, it starts from here. You see this dark patch of sky, no clouds, no chems. This is because we've got a huge celestial body that's basically shadowing our Earth. The view is just showing you this. I'm going to show you the other cam on the right hand side of the Barcelona cam as well. Notice how they don't show you the sun though. It's pointing away from the sun on these cams. This is the other side on the Barcelona cam in Spain. Again, you can see that pink reflection, can't you, on the horizon here? They don't show you the sun. They've turned both cams round, south and east. You can see this dark shadow again, this darkness. When you could remember back in the day, you could notice that there were just blue skies and the yellow sun just coming up. I've said this many times, and I hope in the words coming out now, that we are being hugely eclipsed by these large heavenly objects. There's still a long way away out there in the inner solar system. It's so evident now, isn't it, with these dark shadows that we've never seen before. Again on this Mocha cam in Tenerife, can you see this red haze with the clouds, the lower clouds? And these chemtrail chemicals, they are always spraying on the lower part of the skies, so we don't get to see any objects that are not recognized to our eyes. This is a live cam, and in the daytime it flashes, the sun flashes on this cam. there are many objects up there that basically we have all now got to keep our eyes to the skies to finding out the truth of what's going on. Again, on this other España camp, another Santa Cruz camp, Tenerife. It's now 11 AM on this camp. Now, I just want to I'm hopeful that people can see this shadow on the left-hand upper side of this screen. That shadow shouldn't be there. Now, this is the shadow that I saw last year in the summer as well. It wasn't as big as this. Now they chemtrail to hide this dark shadow, this huge reflection. These objects are nearing our Earth all the time, and the shadows prove it until we see those celestial objects, and then it's going to be too late. This is a live Rabbi camp, and this is in Croatia. It's called the Rab Island camp. Now, noticing this as well, at that time of the day, it's still very dark, isn't it? These clouds very low to the sky. Let's try the NASA Ustream cams now. And look on the other side of them cams. Here we are on the NASA Ustream cam. And it's so evident that you could see those pink-red reflections, like I showed you on that image last night. That there is a huge red heavenly body that's very close to our Earth now. You can see this on these chemtrails and clouds on this cam. We're getting so close now to Nibiru. It's heading so close to our Earth now. I'm not sure of the year that this will happen, but I just know that that object is out there. And we're all seeking the truth of this, aren't we? As you can see in detail, that the Earth there is reflecting off a red object. They do this blue screen, every time to stop you and I from seeing the truth. Here again on this other cam from NASA, there's those chemtrails. And also the clouds below it, just not doing anything anymore. And this strange light source as well that's beaming down, this is very red with our sun and that simulator. If you can see here, you can see the redness, can't you? The shadow from another object. Now before on these NASA cams it would just be a white glow. Now we've got this red reflections reflecting all across these clouds and chems, and we're seeing this from the other side, looking up, these pink clouds. Now the sun doesn't produce a pink-red reflection, it's the binary twin nemesis. Now when the binary twin is reflecting from the sun, our sun, and also our sun reflecting on Nibiru, you will get this red cut reflection, these colorings. And again, it's so important to prepare for this, because government again, still keeping a lid on the truth. This is going to be the biggest event of our lives. I said this on the last video. And I just want to produce the footage to show you in detail of these reflections, refractions and colorings that I've noticed in the skies that have changed. I have never seen these before, and many others haven't seen it too. Can you see this red reflections coming up on the screen here? You can see all this, can't you? This is the reflection from that simulator, the sun that's lighting up behind it. It should be a lot brighter, but we were going into an eclipse. We've got these objects that are in front of our sun now. And NASA can't hide this. They can only hide using that simulator as we're looking up. But the reflections, as I said all along, proves that there are other objects up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to study the weather charts tonight and also produce a video as well on the sun again. and the dimming of the sky. What is causing this dimming of the sky? Well, I believe it's these cloaking devices that are up there, these huge mirrors, for stopping us from seeing these huge events that are incoming. The Sumerians, they got it right. They had technology. They even knew about Pluto from many thousands of years ago, before we invented the telescope. It's just amazing for information. So they must have the technology and the advanced civilization that just basically knew. Because before the pole shift, I believe that all them people in the past had got to where we got. And it's a big secret. They're hiding it. The cities and towns 20 miles under in frozen ice. Up in Antarctica and many other parts of the world as well. It's military are guarding it now, so we can't get to see the truth. I mean, on these videos, again, you can just see these pink reflections from these other objects. And the Earth's wobble as well. I've looked at this early hours of the morning. It's getting more erratic. On this cam as well, this is in Italy. And also you can see those pink clouds, can't you? The reflection from the heavenly body. Now, we saw them on the NASA Ustream cams on the other way. Opposite side of the clouds, up there in the heavens, facing down. And we're seeing these pink clouds. This is a reflection, as I said, from the binary twin, Nemesis. The two stars are together now, one in front of the other. Now, we will see Nemesis eventually, and we will see the other objects. So I'm believing now, so close to the truth, isn't it? Media are still in the dark with this. They just don't want to disclose it. But I believe that Trump and Putin are ready to disclose it. The Vatican just don't want them to do it, because it caused a lot of trouble, mass panic. But it's coming up to time now, isn't it? Because it's so evident on the screen, can't you see this? For 10:40 AM, I have never seen this red reflection like this. Now, we were getting the red reflection behind those chemtrails and clouds, but now the reflection is coming up in front of them, if you notice this. You can see this dark haze on this cam as well in Italy. And I just want to tell you something as well. I've noticed as well in the front garden here in the UK, we've got a large tree, and the petals, I mean, it's April, isn't it? And our tree blossomed out, and the petals just fell off the following day. And it just looks as if it's dying again. I mean, the thing was growing, and then it just lost all its petals all over the garden. And also looking at other different parts of the area, I've noticed different colouring patches of light hedges and dark patches where the sun isn't able to get through properly. And it's like they're burning or dying, bleaching the colourings of the plants and trees and things. They're like patches of different. It's hard to explain, but if you've noticed this as well, you can understand what I'm talking about. I mean, it's like the plant life are going through a very fast cyclone. They're being agitated by this as well. They don't know where they're coming or going, sort of thing, you know. And also on this cam, the petals of. I mean, I've noticed this. That there's different situations. Everything gets affected, not just us, but everything. Animal life, plant life, the way we live, our mood swings. It's everything, isn't it, that gets affected by this. This is a Fondo Piccolo cam in Italy as well. And you've got that simulator that's up there in front of our sun. Now, there is some distortion there on the cam, but you can see also that red reflection, can't you? It's not hitting on the clouds. There's another thing that's so evident as well. You've got that dark patch here on the right hand side, and these natural clouds just, again, too low to protect us from the sun. They're just burning away because the amount of heat that is coming from our sun now is burning twice as hot because of them coronal holes that cause earthquakes. And the red reflection, part of it, the red reflection, is the system that's coming in. Now, I too believe that we're going to head with a huge display of meteorites or asteroids in the near future, because there's so many of them kicking through the Kuiper Belt now, coming from another part, the same part as where these heavenly bodies have come from on their ecliptic orbit. So it's just important that we keep an eye on this. And have you noticed on this cam as well that the sun, the simulator, seems to be moving too quickly across the sky here? Now the camera is pointing and it's not moving, isn't it? But you can see this, can't you? It seems to be moving a little bit too quickly than as it should be. Maybe it's just something to do with technology or what have you, but you can see this, can't you? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to, as I said before, I'm going to do some more checking on the sun and research the sun about these coronal holes a bit deeper, because it was important to get the word across last night about the earthquakes and what's causing them. It's not all to do with the tectonic plates. It's also now with these huge CME injections that are coming from the sun. It's every day now, isn't it, that we're having a huge problem. Again, this last 24 hours there was well over 100 earthquakes that had caused problems to our Earth, to people that are living and just want to get on with their lives. And again, the military are just screenplaying it every day with them chemtrails. You can see there's two objects reflecting, can't you? To the right hand side there on the screen. The upper right hand side, you've got this object, and you've got the reflection here from the simulator. But again, this is strange because on this webcam, this Italian webcam, it would normally point up to the sun so we could see what was going on. So anyway, I'm going to go to a different cam now. Also on this Lombrada Italian cam, Sondrio, again you can see that reflection on the snow, can't you? Now, all I'm doing here as well on these on this video today is to show how dim it's getting as well. These shadows are huge. There's no clouds up there, just that chemtrail sort of toxins that are there just above. Can you see that? But what I'm looking at here as well, and on the other images, is this dark sky. It's always dark, as we're getting that huge shadow from the simulator. Now also I do send in on videos as well subscribers' images. Now I do get ones that they have taken pictures of the sun and objects, and fantastic images. And again, people also take images that they've spotted on the Mexico cams and send them in to me, and other spotted other things on webcams. They send them in to me. So I use them as well. I ask if I can use them, and they send me emails back saying, yes, Matthew, you can use the images. And I will put them webcam images up as well. So it's only fair that everybody gets a fair share of the importance of their images being shown. I've got a bag load of images that's been sent to me by emails, and I will again make up a long video of them as well. So it's only fair that even if they send in images from other images picked up on their own research through the internet, I will use them and show them on the screen. But we just can see these lower cloudings all the time, can't we? So remember, when you see these red reflections, they are two objects that reflect in our sun and the binary system. You can see the reflection of the sun here and these pink red reflections on the ground as well, as you can see. I mean, also on this cam, I mean, look at the state of these trees. They're dried out. You can see where they're burnt. I mean, they're bleached, like I said earlier on the other image, because of these chemtrails that they're spraying in the skies to stopping us from seeing everything. And we're breathing this in. As I've said it before, these toxins. It's so evident. I mean, look, for April, coming May, I mean, look how dry it is here. I mean, it's scorched because the sun is burning twice as much. And this solar simulator is trying to stop this with these chems. I'm going to go now, okay? And I will do another longer video this evening. It's been my day off today, so I'm now going to sort things out with my family. So respect to you all. And you are the Nibiru community family. And I